What's going on, everyone? How are we? Welcome to another episode of the Dean and Skree show. Hey, Skree, how are you, man? Or
Hey, Dean. Skree, trick or treat, man. What's going on? This is a Halloween special.
Trick or treat Halloween special.
Yeah, it's been
Talking,
too long. It's been too long.
It has. It always feels like it's so much longer than it actually was since our last stream. But
I know it does.
We're keeping the monthly tradition going and having a whole blast doing it. We've got some pretty cool guests lined up for tonight where we'll be talking everything Halloween. Scary, toys, books, whatever. If it's spooky, we're talking about it. But just to start, Skree, how you been, man? How's it been for you for the last couple of weeks?
Good, man. Good. It's been a busy one for me. I'm normally quiet and sort of chill, but I had PAX event at the start of the month. So if anyone doesn't know what PAX is, it's like a 3-day gaming event, which is pretty like full on. Like you do, I would say 30 to 40K steps a day. It's in Melbourne. Yeah, so you kind of feel it afterwards, and then once you stop PAX, it takes you about a week to recover. So I feel like I've been so busy and so out of the loop, and I'm like, man, we need to do a Dean and Skree show like now because it feels like it's been forever. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's been a crazy one. I can't believe October's already almost over. It's insane.
All right, that sounds awesome, dude. But let's get some guests in here. So I'll bring in a couple of local Aussies from Australia. I'll start with Count Macula. Matt, I keep on collecting. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
You need to do that intro on one of your videos.
Do it.
We'll bring in the Grave Crusher, our mate Scotty Crusher. He's back.
Nice.
What's going on?
And for the first
Crusher
time,
sounds like a metal band, doesn't it?
It does actually.
man. And for the first time, all the way from Canada, we're going to bring in our mate. I'll just wait. He's getting ready. Don't get scared. Lenny.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm just going to supersize you, Lenny, so everyone can see.
Oh, that's sick.
Welcome, Lenny. How are you, bud?
Good.
How you going?
How are you guys?
We're good, dude.
Good.
I was like, is he gonna stay like that the whole night? But no. Appreciate you coming on. First time on the Dean and Skree show. I know it's like 7 a.m. for you?
Yeah, I'm surprised I made it up.
Yeah, wow.
Oh man, we appreciate it. We know it.
I had
It's
my
a
lunch
work.
for the wrong time.
Yeah. And it's a work day, so yeah, big thumbs up for doing that, man. But yeah, we didn't get much time in the green screen to meet each other. So yeah, this is sort of our hello along with everyone that is in the chat. First, we'll just go around the room. Matt, how you been, buddy? How's things going?
Oh, good. Thanks for having me on. It's back second month in a row, so I must have made an impression last month. but going good. Keeping busy in life and not doing enough of my hobby. I'm feeling at the moment. There's too many life getting in the way. But that's why.
That's why it's a hobby. We find room for it where we can. Scotty Crusher, welcome back again, buddy. How you been?
Going on, boys? Thanks for having me. Excited to spend a couple of hours with you guys. Man, I've been good, busy as well. Like Skree said, I can't believe it's almost the end of October. Like I'm pumped that you know this time of year is upon us. You know, we've got Halloween. I've been binging Halloween viewing.
Nice.
You know, we've got Christmas around the corner. But I don't know about this heat. You know what I mean? Normally I enjoy the heat, but we got 39 degrees today in Sydney, and I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit for to clue Lenny in there, but it was a hot day today for like middle of spring.
Wow. Yeah, it was insane.
No, it was an uncomfortable one, I tell you that.
Yeah, it certainly was. But no, I'm good, boys. Excited to be here.
Nice. Just gonna say hi to the few people that are in the chat, and then we'll kick off talking to you, Lenny, after that. Just get to know a bit of what you do, and we've got some of your cool work too to show.
Sure.
So so Nate, the retro tinker.
Hey Nate.
He says, "Evening everyone,
Nate.
let's get spooky."
Nate.
We got Andrew. I'm already comfy in my skin suit I made. So Lenny, Andrew is the other half of Matt's and Andrew's Keep On Collecting YouTube channel. So welcome, mate. Welcome. Just Matt and Andrew going at each other.
Yeah.
Welcome, Plastic Power. Good evening, gents.
Welcome.
What's up?
Yeah.
I know we're all having beers, and you're probably having a coffee, Lenny, aren't you?
No, I don't drink coffee.
Oh no, nice.
No.
I'm a one a day coffee guy.
Yeah, definitely one, maybe two.
It
Jewel
bothers
who?
society.
Hey, Jules.
Hey, Jules.
G'day, Jewel.
And Ollie.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, Ollie? Good to see
Yo.
you.
How are you, bud? Appreciate you jumping in as well.
Sure.
Kiri's here.
Hey,
How you
Kerry.
going?
Hey, Gary.
Gary.
Sci-Fi's here. Hey,
Hey,
mate.
g'day, Si.
Saw you got your cantina. Very jealous. Still haven't got mine.
Mm.
Waiting, asking, waiting, not getting. But yeah. So we'll Lenny, do you just want to talk a little bit about your creative side that you do? I do have some photos here from your Instagram that we want to pop up.
Sure.
So I just thought I'll put some up, and if you just want to talk about like what you do and how you do it, why you do it, that sort of stuff.
For sure. Well, these are all the new Ben Cooper figures here. Absolutely love these figures. The reason why I started doing this was pretty much COVID. I was always a toy collector as a kid and stuff like that. But when COVID hit, I started like using Instagram more and Facebook. And I started noticing toys that looked like they were like life, like the way people were shooting them and stuff. And I've always been a photographer and taken pictures of like friends, family, my kids, stuff like that. So I was like, well, let me try this. Let me get into it. And then I picked up a couple toys. I started doing it. And then the nostalgia hit. And I started like watching people like upload like 80s and 90s toys. And I was like, okay. I was like, this is it. This is where I'm going. So this is how it started and how I got into it pretty much.
I love these. Like I was having a look at all these. I just love the way that you
Thank you.
you display them. Like they
So
look great.
yes. So
It's a bunch of trick or treaters. It's sick.
yeah, so I'll take the figures and I'll come up with like a scene in my head and I'll pose them in different directions, knowing what kind of like background or scene I'm going to like use. And then I'll photograph them. And what I used to do was I used to go on Google and like put an image on my TV and take a shot or like implicate it into the background somehow. But I started to find when I was on Instagram or Facebook and I was scrolling, I would see backgrounds that I was using that other people were using.
Yep.
So I was like, I really don't like that too much. So I started noticing that you could use apps to generate backgrounds and make your own. So I started doing that and it's been coming out really, really nice.
Yeah, it has. I'm
Yeah.
gonna show a few others here.
Sure.
Just they're so cool. Like have a look at this artwork.
That's super cool.
So it's a pumpkin head, but his head's upside down to start with.
Yeah, that's the guy from Power Rangers there. That's one of my favorite photos I've taken.
Yeah.
This one's actually on my phone as a screensaver right now. This is one of my favorites.
Was this, hey Lenny, was this the one that you repainted as well? Give it that kind of.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So I repainted him, did his eye and stuff. He was just very bland when I got him.
Gave him a nice wash. Just for you, Lenny, Plastic Power says 39 degrees is 102.2.
Oh, wow.
In the middle of spring. In the middle of spring.
That's crazy because here in Canada, it's freezing already. Like freezing.
Oh, wow.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. I love the heat.
I'm jealous.
Maybe not.
Jealous of you. I'll switch you anytime.
I suppose Canada cold is different to Australia cold, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot.
Australia cold's nothing.
Michael Myers, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's sick. That one's very sick.
Can't have a Halloween episode without some of the classics. I think.
That's right. This one's just a shot on the table with a shadow on the wall.
That's super cool.
Yeah. And that's one of the original NECA figures there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I think that's how we met, sort of through the you were doing Boglins, weren't you, at the time?
it was, yeah.
Boglins, yeah. You doing shots for that, and they came out so cool. And
Yeah.
I remember I was using like an AI app when I was doing mine, and you're like, "What are you using?" I'm like, "I'm using an app. I'm not nowhere near good enough to do shots like that." I was just using AI. I was like, "You know what? I'm going to do AI." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't even own Boglins."
Was
and
AI around back then?
Yeah, it wasn't as good as it was now. Like now it's insane, but like then I think those apps were just starting out, so it wasn't that crisp the way it is now.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the AI stuff now, and it's scary.
Well, don't get too scared. This one's pretty freaky.
The Universal Monster Care Bears.
Oh, that's cool.
I love
did
that.
you keep the card for this one? Do you know what the number is for this one? Because these are all like numbered, aren't they? Are yours numbered over in Canada?
I don't. Where are they numbered at?
So ours over in Kmart, ours come in separate boxes, and they've actually got a certificate of authenticity, and it says, I think it's out of 5,000. So it's out of 5,000.
Are they the bigger ones or the smaller ones?
They're the bigger ones. Is that a small one? Is it?
Yeah, they're the small ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because
the
big ones, they're all numbered.
The big ones, they only got Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, I think.
Yeah.
I don't got those ones yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not even that much of a Care Bear collector, but anything Universal or anything Monster, I gotta have. So
that's primarily like, is it 100% of your collection has a sort of like horror Halloweeny spooky theme?
yeah, sort of. Even my Ninja Turtles in some way, like because the Universal crossovers.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything is pretty much in some type of way like horror themed in some type of way, except for like maybe Turtles, Power Rangers, and Simpsons.
Yeah. Okay. So you do have a little collection. You're not.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it'd be hard to stay completely on that. Oh, this one's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, another good shot. Yeah,
I just love it. It's another Care Bear on the table.
Yeah.
I forgot to add one. There's a cool one that you did, Lenny. It was of like Donatello and the Donatello Fuggler, and it's in the sewer, and it's just so creepy, man. Because you've got Donatello holding the Fuggler, and it's just like it's so weird, man. It's like I should have showed that one. That one was I was like, man, that's a cool crossover.
I like that one.
You can't grab that one, Skree?
Yeah, I can grab it. I've got to show it now because it was a good one.
Trying to think of which one you mean. It's not when he's the little turtle, right? He's bigger.
It's when he's bigger. Yeah, he's holding the Donatello Fuggler.
Yeah.
While Skree finds that photo, so is that a NECA Frankenstein's monster figure?
Yes. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, that's the NECA version, the first one they come out with. And then the Universal Care Bear. And I had to do separate shots with those and shrink
scale them together. That's really cool.
That's clever. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my shots, like for that picture, I took like maybe 300 shots.
Wow.
Wow.
Individual shots just to get the right pose. And the thing is, like, the way they stand in the room too. So like I might have like the idea or image in my head, but then when I take the picture of the figure and add it to the photo, it doesn't stand in the room right, or like the tilt of the figure doesn't match the room. So I got to go back and like readjust the camera and shoot it a little different. So yeah, it takes a long time for each individual picture. Like it's not just a quick shot and then stick it on the background, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't even thought about the angle.
Yeah, that depends on a lot to make it look like it's actually like in the room and stuff like that. And not just a sticker placed like on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to match up the lighting and everything. It needs to look like it's occupying the same space. And dude, you nail it with that shot.
Thank you. In the lighting and the shadow, and that's stuff that I've all learned on my own, like over the last 5 years, right? Like before, my shadows used to hang off to the left. They weren't even attached to the figure. Like they didn't even look like they were with the figure or anything. So I'm learning a lot, like as I go. So it's real good. It's fun.
That's awesome. People are loving it.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. Like, it seems like, you know, a lot of people's hobbies and passions in this day and age, you know, with technology and all the information that's available to us online and on YouTube videos, and the capability to like teach yourself a new skill and really like sharpen your craft, like just yourself through what you consume and trial and error. Like I love that, man. It's awesome.
I do too, and that's what I love more about the toy photography aspect. Like you can take pictures of scenery and people all day, but there's something about like photography with toys and stuff like that. It really like brings get your imagination going more and stuff like that, right?
For sure. And like to make an inanimate object, you know, to photograph it in a way and like finish it with the effects in a way to like make it appear like a living thing. You know, I suppose it's a little bit easier when Necro are doing figures as detailed and as true to the screen as what they have with the Universal Monsters figures, but it's still, there's an art to that, you know, so it's awesome.
Right, yeah, exactly. And I mean, I just strive to get better every day and like just find little things. And like, I don't use like paid apps and stuff like that. Like a lot of people do, like get like more features and stuff like that. The apps do more for you. So yeah, I like being like, you know, under the dirt where I got to use like the littlest bit of stuff to create the coolest thing, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's part of the fun and gives you all the more satisfaction when you nail it and you're happy with the final result.
It does. You wouldn't believe how many photos I did that I've never even released or put up.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. I just want to say hi to Shanko, who's jumped in.
What's up, Shane?
Hey, Shango.
And hi to Phil, Treasures for Trigger.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, g'day, Phil.
And Sci-Fi saying, "Wow, the FM and lighting is amazing."
Boom.
Yeah, I was just going to say that lighting, the light from the lantern, just that looks like he's actually like I don't know, is that a light or that's what you've added in, Lenny?
I've added the light in. So what the lantern and what's on him is actually, it's a little bit different green than the back. I tried to match it the best I could, but what it is I just put some LED lights off to the side when I took a picture of the figure. And then, because I already had the background, so I knew the colors of the background. And then when I did that and I implicated them into the photo, then I just brightened everything up and added some glow effects and stuff to the lantern. So that's how I got that.
And
that's so cool.
You said you've only been like tinkering with this since COVID. So what, 5 years, say, that you've been? Yeah. Wow. And what would you say for someone, like if someone's in the chat and they're like, I want to get into this, like for this one photo here, are you looking at like 3-4 hours of work or more?
Yeah, probably about 2.5 hours work. The biggest part of the work is the editing's the fun part. Creating the idea in my head. So sitting down, storming up an idea, and then coming down and setting up the figure and photographing it is the longest part.
Yeah, that's beautiful work.
How often a week do you post on Instagram, Lenny? Like, are these weekly or every few days?
I try to do it at least 3 times a week. I have 6 kids, so sometimes I don't get to do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have one and I get no time to do anything.
Crazy. It's crazy. Plus I'm a barber on top of it too, right? So.
Oh, cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll show this last one before we'll go around the room and just show some other things from people's collections. But we'll also just say hi to Ian.
Hey, Ian.
G'day, Ian.
Ian and his Chewbaccas. He loves them.
Good evening or good morning.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Like that one
this-
there. Just
Donatello.
This one, yeah.
That's cool.
Where do you get your inspiration from to think of? I'm just gonna get Donatello to hold a Donatello Fugler.
I think creepy a lot, right? So like a lot of my photos, even if they're not horror themed, I make them in like a dark setting, kind of.
Yep.
So the dark setting for the sewer, the 1990 Ninja Turtle movie, very dark. So I was thinking of like dark scenes in the sewer in my mind, like that. I figured implicating a Fugler in with that scene. I thought, well, what would be the best way if he was walking through the sewer and he found a little buddy that was dressed up like him and was like following him around for the last couple years, dressing up and trying to be like him, and then he finally finds him, picks him up, and takes him back to the sewer part and be's his friend or whatever. But the Chinese writing actually says the one on the side says TMNT going down, and the one up top says Donatello, and the bottom one says Fugglers in Chinese.
Oh, nice touch.
Yeah. So I thought that would be pretty cool to implicate that.
That's sick.
I like it.
Thank you.
All right. We'll come back to a couple of others later. Just want to go around the room, and everyone's got different collections when it comes to spooky. Everyone's got different movies, books, games, whatever it is. So we'll go around and we'll just see what sort of things. So I don't know, Matt, do you want to jump in and show some cool things?
I think like I'm not much of a modern movie guy. I think a lot from my childhood influenced me on what I collect, especially with my brothers. And there's a lot of little scary movies as we grew up. But I think one of the biggest ones that I've really enjoyed over the years, and I keep going back to, is The Thing. So I love The Thing, and the creepiness out of that.
Sorry, I was like, what thing?
The Thing movie, John Carpenter's
Are you showing us?
Thing. I gotta remember who I'm with. I could just say that with Andrew, and Andrew go, "Oh, The Thing, it's fucking, it's really scary." Like, and like I've got to sometimes explain myself, but in my mind that all made sense. But John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982, and I have to thank Andrew for these because he has given me some McFarlane movie maniacs, and I'm not really sure when these were released. So this is from when he popped out of they were kind of trying to revive one of the guys, and like he just changed into some freaky.
And his stomach turns into a mouth and bites.
Yeah. And then I think the head drops off. So that was part 2 of the so the head sort of drops off the table and it grows legs, and so I thought. This is very I love this film, and recently NECA have done the dog. When they're in this, when they've got all the dogs in the pen, and one gets in, one's infected, and it kind of gets into the other ones, and they've just recently done that. And I'll just grab that, but that is excellent. I love it. I've got to get this open actually. So that's the dog in there.
Oh wow!
Try and open this up. But I got this actually at CollectorCon actually. So
that's cool.
Is it McFarlane again?
No, this one is actually NECA. So I'm just gonna put this down.
Did you get that from Deep?
Yeah, I got it from Freaky Deep. Yeah. So that's basically what it would look like as. Oh, gee, there you go.
Yeah,
I've been doing some toy photography on that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, so you can have it a few different ways, with the hands, I think, coming out there, or you can have it with all the tentacles flying around. So I've got to try and figure out, but that cover, it's the box art as well. It's just
the box is awesome.
Yeah, but there you go. It's a little dog transforms. So you can have it in different poses. So I think I might try and go for this one over here. Anyway, I'll try it. But but yeah, I love The Thing, and my brothers and I love this growing up. Scared the absolute bajillikas out of us, and it's got that ending where you don't really know what happens, like if someone's infected or
Yeah.
spoiler alert. But
Great movie.
I love snow movies, so it was a perfect setting for me. Like something happening in the snow, like a thriller horror. I love it. That's I think that would have to be my all-time favorite. The Thing scares me.
Wow. Sci-fi
Or-
saying that he scored a couple of those from the CVCC, so the Canberra Vintage Collectible Centre. He hasn't got that done. So did that first two that you showed us, was that one figure set?
Yeah, I think they came in a pack. So together, there you go. Yeah, they came together. I think Andrew gave these to me. I don't know why, but I think he said his nephew got hold of them and just pulled a lot of these legs off. So I've had to come along and just repair them. So it's pretty much back to its former glory. So
wow,
that's it. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, there you go. I can't remember the character's name that did this. You think after I've watched it probably about 20 times, you think I'd know all the characters. But yeah, that's it.
What year was it again?
82.
82. Thanks.
So practical effects, which is just wild.
Yeah, that's what I love.
None of this CGI stuff.
No.
Right.
Well, that's talent, just in a different way.
Absolutely.
Practical effects are just it's something that I love in films. Practical effects that don't do enough of it. There you go. Well, I've got my Kurt. Nick also did a Kurt Russell figure, so I've got that up there as well. So McCready. So I've got him. So once I set, I've obviously still got to set a few things up, but I'd love to have McCready there. And he comes with a flamethrower, so you could have him burning out the dogs.
Nice.
It's a great film. I don't know. Have you all seen The Thing?
I have. Yeah, it's great. It's good.
I haven't seen it.
Classic.
Yeah,
I haven't.
Neither have I. No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, you guys got to watch it.
I have. I've had it so many times to watch, and I've never just done it. They made a PS2 game of it as well.
Yeah.
Did
I know I've got that. I've never been able to play it because I don't want to play it before I watch the movie.
Then they made the prequel as well. So I think like 20 years, 25, 30 years. Anyway, they made another one it was also called The Thing, and it had, I think, Joel Edgerton in it, and it was actually set because when they go to the base, the Norwegian base, and there's a lot of devastation going on. So that the next movie is actually a prequel, shows you what happens at the Norwegian base. So it's really cool.
Wow.
I'm not sure if I saw that one.
Yeah, that's actually not too bad either. Actually,
I'll look that one up.
Yeah, it's a good movie, Lenny. Yeah, actually, I was impressed. Sometimes they make these films and you just go, oh, that's just rubbish. But it didn't do too bad.
Good. Oh yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, we got creative, Shanko. Sorry, Lenny, you came in a little late. We were playing with our names in the green room. trying to give ourselves creepy names.
That's awesome. You should have did mine. Well, you got to do it yourself, don't you?
We kind of do. Hey?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
What would Lenny be?
Bone. Lenny Bones.
Lenny Bones. Nice.
Lenny
Let's go over to Scotty. Scotty, what did you love when it comes to spooky?
Oh man, I love it all, and I'm glad that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if Matt didn't lead with John Carpenter's The Thing, I would have definitely shown it some love when I was trying to dig out some items to share with you guys because, yeah, as you know, like Lenny, you probably won't know, but when it comes to my collecting, like I don't collect anything modern. I'm primarily an action figure collector, but like everything from the era of my childhood and maybe even like a little bit earlier, like 1980 to sort of 1995 is when I collect, is the era that I collect in. So as a result, like all those movies that I love, that I've look, as a kid, I was always into spooky stuff, and I'll talk about the sort of stuff I was into. But I know that as a little kid, I didn't have much of a tolerance for like legitimately spooky stuff. Like my favorite movies now, like John Carpenter's The Thing or An American Werewolf in London or The Shining or whatever the case may be. Like I wasn't watching those as a kid. I was like, my imagination was being captured by the covers in the video store. But I just knew, if I was allowed to rent them, I probably wouldn't have been able to do it, or at least at nighttime. But I was more into like, watching the Addams Family and the Ernest movies, like Ernest Scared Stupid, and like like that kind of family friendly horror stuff I really got into as a kid. And as an adult, when my sort of palate matured, I went back and watched all the classics, whether it's like 80s slashers or
awesome.
I've become really into that. But because of that, the sort of monster things that I have now, it's reflections of the things I was into as a kid. Like I'm going to lead it straight off. It's not a toy, and I could talk about this all day and all night, and I won't, because I'll bore the people in the chat and you guys to tears. But I had this very book as a kid, this Osborne World of the Unknown. They did 3. They did one about monsters, one about ghosts, and one about UFOs. And I don't know if I had the other ones, but I know for certain I had this one. And there's a lot of people that might recognize this book, not from the cover, but from, some of the images inside, that it's like an encyclopedia of monsters, of legend and lore, and the big screen, you know what I mean? But when it was originally released in the 70s, it had like a slightly different cover that's a lot more recognizable for most people. This was like the 80s reprint that I had as a kid. And I just read this cover to cover just nonstop. And what happened a little bit later was I got into this minifigure line, and I don't want to steal Dean's thunder here, because I know this is very near and dear to his heart, but I got right into collecting Monster in My Pocket figures. And whenever I got a little blind box of Monster in My Pocket figures, I would go into the index of my Osborne World of the Unknown Monsters, and I'd want to read about it, because when we got these Monster in My Pocket figures, they didn't come with a lot of, like, the back of the card, for instance, like an action figure is not going to tell you about all these monsters. So I used to go and research them in my Osborne World of the Unknown. So this was the sort of stuff that I was into. When we think about my childhood memories of the spooky or the macabre, like this is the sort of stuff I was into as a kid. You know what I mean? And I used to love watching Scooby-Doo, and even though it was always just some weird old dude in a mask, it still captured my imagination, and I just loved it. So yeah.
Ernest,
That's so good, Scotty.
So that's kind of the road I went to. But much like Lenny, I love anything Universal Monsters. So what I'm really trying to get my hands on, as difficult as it is some of like the early vintage Universal Monsters figures, the Remco ones, maybe even the Mego ones, maybe even the AHI ones, like different companies, some that were officially licensed, some that weren't. And we're talking early 80s, maybe even late 70s, but in Australia especially, they're tricky to track down. So in the meantime, I got things like this, the Burger King Universal Monsters figures.
See, they're cool. They're cool though.
And they're like 3 3/4 inch. They're sort of a similar scale and a similar like aesthetic to the Remcos, but they're 90s. Like we got translucent heads, we got pop-up play features. This one was released in a little casket. This one had like a little operating table with a light, so when you light up the operating table, it glows through his head. Things like that. So these are really cheap and easy to find. I got like a complete, like a set of these still sealed in the baggie for like $10 a piece, and got them from the US just because I wanted to open them and do a video on them and make a review about them. I got other things to share, but again, like I collect similar stuff to Dino. I know Skree likes some of the stuff I do, so I don't want to steal everybody's thunder. But yeah, I mean, when you guys said, look, we got to talk Halloween, we got to talk spooky, nostalgic stuff like that. Like these are the sorts of things. This is where my brain goes with it all.
Yeah.
100%, man. And also appreciate that. I actually didn't pick any monsters in my pocket because I thought, you know what, Scotty's going to probably talk about this.
I was going to pick up some of my favorite of the little minis, but I thought, you know what, Dino might have some of his. I'll just share the box because that was one of my pickups this year that I love, that complete in-box set. And inside, some of them are loose, but some of them are still sealed in the baggies. They were sorted by color. You had like 4 little baggies, one of each color, 2 or 3 each.
Yeah.
And so I was really stoked to pick that up from Tony B this year. It's like one of my favorite pickups of the year. So
wow. I'm just gonna just do these couple of comments. So Sci-Fi was saying around the Thing. He says, "I know who was infected last." McCready's hands the other bloke a bottle of whiskey and he drinks it. The bottle doesn't have booze in it; it's gasoline. Aliens wouldn't know the difference.
Oh,
I can't comment on that. Sorry.
that was a spoiler alert, by the way.
Really, Sci-Fi. Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well,
Maybe,
yeah,
maybe not.
100%.
Who knows?
I didn't either.
And Michael's saying, Dad took me to see American Werewolf in London at the cinema when I was 6.
Oh,
Hey, it was the 80s.
80s.
I want to shake your dad's hand and tell him he's a bomb tank. That's awesome.
Mate, for all my life, I can't remember watching anything when I was younger that wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. It didn't matter which one.
Yeah.
You just got it. I'm going to jump over to you, Skree, but before we jump into that, I'm just going to show. We'll just lead in with a couple of the cool movies that Scotty actually brought up when he was talking. So, Ernest Scared Stupid. If you grew up in the late 80s into the 90s, everyone loved Ernest P. Wolowitz. He was comedy gold.
He was the best.
Yeah, gone too soon, but man, his movies. I love the Christmas one. Like there's one for every season.
Christmas. That's a
every
classic.
season.
Goes to Africa, the basketball one.
Yeah,
He goes to camp. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many
they were like yearly. They were like
he was pumping them out.
He wasn't making trilogies. He was just making movies.
I love how he changed his clothes.
Sorry, Lenny.
I love how he didn't change his clothes ever.
Yeah, no. I want the doll. You know, I know they've got the big doll that you can get.
Oh, the cool thing that talks. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I had
love
the
to see.
suit, like the whole suit you could wear.
Oh, dude, that would be the sickest Halloween costume to walk around in.
My parents got it for me and all 3 of my brothers and got us and took us to take pictures.
Oh, sick.
That would be cool. That was funny.
Funny now, that was back then.
Yeah.
All right, Skree.
Yeah, just leading off like what Scott said, like my Halloween sort of experience was the same thing. Like it was like when I think of that, I think of like things like this, like like Casper, I don't go into the horror much, not because I'm not like a scaredy pants. Okay, I am, but I find that horror movies frustrate me. I think the last one I watched was These Hills Have Eyes, like the hillbilly one.
The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah.
And like there was a scene at the end where like through the whole movie these monsters were getting shot, stabbed, coming back. The dude hits him with a baseball bat and he's like, oh, I'm done. And like the dude gets up and kills him. I'm like, bro, what is this? Like this is like lazy writing. So I'm like, I'm gonna stick to these classics, just like the Casper and I got a picture in there, Dean. This one here. Every time I think Halloween, I think this movie all the time, and it's the Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
You got to watch. I haven't seen the second one though. I'll have to admit that I have not seen the second one.
Oh man,
I've heard it's good.
it's really good.
Yeah, they did well.
But yeah, they're definitely every time I think Halloween, like I think of that, and also the Hocus Pocus. That's always my biggest. I watch that around October, and I haven't seen the second one. I don't know if I want to watch the second ones or not. I'm like, do I watch them? Do you spoil that sort of? Everyone says they never make them the same, or they always ruin them with a sequel. It's like, oh, I don't know if I should watch it or not. But yeah,
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't watch it.
Don't. Stick to the class.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, you always end up watching the first one, and then you love it. The memories are there, but then you watch the second one, and you go, yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
You really just want to watch the first one again.
Yeah.
Dude, it's impossible for these studios to make a sequel that's going to live up to like the legacy of some of these, like, and not to mention we look at it through nostalgia glasses. It's just impossible to live up to that. You know what I mean? It's tough. It's always going to be tough.
Like they said, there was a good review with Happy Gilmore when Happy Gilmore came out with number 2. There's sort of a window where they should make a sequel, and once it passed that window, then it's like forget about it. Don't worry about doing a sequel for it. It's like once it gets past that sort of it's then done. But also another thing I want to show, I'll show off this little cool figure because I'm like looking around going, what do I got Halloween wise? And I got this little guy.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yep,
Classic.
So-
Donnie as Dracula.
Yeah, so I remember having these as a kid. This is not the one I had when I was a kid. I had to buy this one and hunt it down because I remember one episode you guys were talking about this line that came out, and I was like, we had them when we were kids. I remember brother had the Leonardo, and my other younger brother had the Raphael. So yeah, it was really cool. So I definitely had to pick him up. I want to try and find his accessories.
They came to Australia, those Universal Monsters crossovers. It's cool to know that you had them as a kid.
Well, that's we were talking about that, and it's because I asked my mum, and she said the toy shop she went to, it was a Retrovision, and he used to import from America all these toys and stuff. So there was like He-Man figures, there was all this other stuff, and she used to always go to him because he would get other stuff that Toy World wouldn't have. So like they're on the same stretch of the street, and he would like go in competition, and that's what it was. She goes, yeah, I would always buy from him, and he would always have random toys, and that's why like I always have like the Snailians. You know, always going about Snailians.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone's like, what the hell's a Snailian? It's like the coolest thing ever. That's what a Snailian is. And it's like, it's because of that, because we used to get these random toys from like, just from a retro. It was a Retrovision. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I'd like to get my hands on them ones, all four.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Second wave would be nice to even see. We don't see them at all, really.
yeah.
Mm.
Not without a hefty price tag and usually incomplete.
Are they hard to find, those Universal Monsters turtles?
Sorry, Lenny.
In my area, they are. I haven't seen them.
Yeah. Wow.
Even the first wave. The first wave, Lenny, is hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Because was there two waves? I don't know too much about them. Was there two waves of the Ninja Turtles? So there was the Universal Monsters turtles. Was there? Okay, and the first wave was easier.
They did the first one in 1993. That's the one Skree showed. So you had Donnie as Dracula, you had Raphael as the Mummy, you had Leo as Wolfman, and you had Michelangelo as Frankenstein's monster. And then in the second wave, and I know you've seen one of these, Matt. They had Raph as the Metaluna mutant.
Yeah.
They had Leo as the creature from the Black Lagoon. They had Mikey. Oh shit!
Invisible Mikey.
Oh, Mikey was the Invisible Mikey.
Yep.
And then they had April as Bride of Frankenstein. So Raph didn't get one in the second wave, and they came out in 1994. It's obviously later in the Turtles line. I'm sure they were making less. They're really difficult to find. You know, loose, whatever, like in any way, shape, or form, loose and complete, they're still going to cost probably $300-400 a piece. You know, they're quite expensive.
Wow.
Even in Australia, in our part of the world, Lenny, all the vintage stuff now. I mean, I'm sure the modern stuff as well. But I'm not looking at the prices, but vintage stuff, it just seems to reflect the price of getting it here from North America or Europe. You know, the UK.
Yeah, 100%.
Knows.
We've all actually got second mortgages on our houses, Lenny, because toys cost so much.
Well, see, Lenny and I always have discussions about this because we're always like, he's like, you get such cool stuff. And I'm like, no, you guys get such cool stuff. And Lenny's like, no, you guys get cool stuff. I'm like, no, the stuff I find I've just given a kidney for to actually have it in my collection. But yeah, no, like Lenny and I always discuss things like when the Fugglers came out, we got them first. I think with the Mutant Mayhem line, we got them first. I'm like, this is a treat for us. This doesn't normally happen. We're actually pretty spoiled last year with all the TMNT stuff that came out for Mutant Mayhem, but that quickly dried up fast. But yeah, Lenny and I always has a joke about the how we get spoiled, but we don't because it's so expensive.
You guys still have Toys R Us too, right?
No,
we
not
don't
anymore.
Okay, we just lost ours too.
I thought Canada still had it.
No, we just lost them. Here in Nova Scotia, they just all closed like probably about 2 months ago.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Big.
Yeah. I don't think I actually like soaked all that in when they were closing. Like,
I know.
I really didn't.
They're opening back up in the States right now, so.
Yeah, I hear they're opening differently, but not as big, more niche focus. So, yeah, the brand is still coming. It's still there, but it'll never be what we remember. That nostalgia.
We're getting Kmart back now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, finally.
What's Kmart like? Is that like
Like
Is
a
that-
Walmart.
okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's
Yeah.
better than our Kmart. Our Kmart's a bit cheap. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, but Kmart here's got some good stuff, man. Like, I mean, I know we're getting way off topic, but you know, you get some, you get some well-priced homewares. You know, get some, yeah.
We're trying to get some sponsors from Kmart. Come on, Kmart.
Kmart is
Scary.
Right, I'm gonna jump into and there's not much more that I could say that you boys haven't said about like when I was younger watching movies. I think I lean more to Skree with the movies weren't scary. I wanted to watch Casper. I wanted to watch Scooby Doo. This would probably be one of my scariest things that I would put in, like anything with Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands, like that was freaky for me, and I still watch it now, and I just curl up in the bed, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. I tried to be a horror person, and I know Scotty knows this. Recently, I thought to myself, you know what, I'm gonna watch the Saw movies, and
But dude,
I-
that's going in the deep end, man. That's
That's
so
a
gory.
That is pretty deep, yeah.
Or
and I got through 3, and I was like, I don't think these are for me. I don't want to watch this anymore. So
There's
I think I
other
found
subgenres though, Dino. Then you know, Saw is you know, it's that like I don't want to say a word that's gonna but it's that gore porn. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
people watch that for like creative, gruesome kills. You know, you can watch other classic horror movies that aren't gonna have that same level of queasiness. You know, maybe more thrill, but less just making yourself feel sick.
well, yeah, I did. But I was freaked out as a kid. So and I might have told this story to you guys that know me, but for Lenny and people in the chat, like I used to record The Simpsons every afternoon, and I would record that on a little beta tape in the VCR. So I was ready at 6 p.m. for The Simpsons, press record, and I'd have all these tapes, and I started taping over movies. But then when I rewatched this VHS and The Simpsons episodes would finish, this bloody face would pop up and scare the living shit out of me.
Oh, Critters.
Critters, yeah.
So I was taping over the movie Critters, which then would continue, and I'd be jumping across the room trying to turn off the beta machine. I can't stand this thing. I see replicas of people, like people have created them, and I think they've got actual like branded ones now, like at conventions, and I'm just like, no,
They're kind of cute.
I love them.
I saw the bit where they roll into a ball and they just roll over people.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and this is this kid watching Simpsons, and then it turns into this.
My 4-year-olds watch this.
That was freaking me out. So I didn't like that. What I'm going to show is I'm actually going to show some of my wife's pieces, because she's got some really cool things that she's collecting on card. So I went and raided her little collection for these guys.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Beetlejuice, yeah.
So yeah, the animated Beetlejuice cartoon series
On card.
on card. Beautiful card too. Like this thing's like I got to get a case for it.
That's insane. Yeah.
And the card artwork is really striking. Like you don't really see card backs that are like that white. You know, just the white with the black stripes. Like it's
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish
they're really cool.
So that's Spinhead Beetlejuice and Creepy Cockroach. And she's got this one. Unfortunately, this one, the weapon's fallen out. So what's this? Showtime Beetlejuice.
All right.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So he's actually
artwork.
So the head, I actually got it. I've got one loose. So he's like a dodgy one. So the actual head pops off. Ooh, and he goes. Ah!
With the shrunken head on.
It's cool though.
Yeah.
We're great.
So yeah. So she's Sarah's decided that she wants to collect the carded Beetlejuice, and I'm sure I can find that one missing piece there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to something that I'm sure, hopefully, all of us have a little bit of nostalgia for, and I'm going to share one of Lenny's photos first. I think
Oh,
you took it.
I
Skree.
did. Yep. I'll put it back.
That's right, mate.
Yep, there you go.
There's a bit of Lenny's artwork again, guys.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
So this is
I didn't
something that
Yeah, I didn't think to get these out. These slipped my mind. I'm glad you
yeah,
shared that.
Ooh.
I gave you monsters in my pocket. I thought I'd do these.
There we go.
So yeah, Goosebumps to me. I used to read these back in primary school, in high school. Like we had like roll call. We had to you had like half an hour. You had to wait. I'll just pop you up, Lenny. Give me a second. Where are we? So I'd always be reading a Goosebump book. I didn't have many of them, but I have been collecting them as an adult. Look at that. So what is that actually?
It's the tin set. So it's the retro tin set. It comes with 5 original retro books.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's like 5 tin sets. There's a blue one, a purple one, an orange one, and a green one. And
Like super rare?
No, they're just anniversary.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just need the blue one left. They just finished putting that one out probably 2 months ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. I've been
And does each set have different books in it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So so if you collect the different sets, you obviously put
Get 'em
together
all.
a set of books. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's all the good retro ones like Haunted Mask, like all the original ones pretty much.
And the original covers, and they got the raised Goosebump lettering. Oh, that's awesome.
The only thing they don't have is the raised Goosebump lettering.
Okay, but they got the original art. That's cool because the cover art is what's to me is just so memorable. Like I read a lot of these books as a kid, but those cover artworks are just like burnt into my memory. You know, I just stared.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah. So this is my favorite Goosebump books.
No trouble.
I've always had a thing about the sea and like the sharks and all that sort of stuff. So I used to love reading Deep Trouble when I was a kid. I didn't have many, like I said, I didn't have many of them, but there were a few that I had. I read this one so many times, but this artwork has always been very nostalgic for me.
Is that one good? I never read that one.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty much Phantom of the Opera, but
Yeah.
Goosebumped up. Like there's so many great ones that I've read now, and so like I only brought 3 of them in, and a lot of them aren't the classic artwork that you'd know, like the Mummy, the dummy ones, and the head shrinkers, and all those sort of ones. But I always loved that artwork. So that was Egg Monsters from Mars.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Is that a later one?
It is a later one. It's 42.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I definitely wasn't. I wasn't still reading them then.
Yeah, most people would know the first 20 at least.
Yeah.
In that, but I've said it before. I've tried to hunt these down just from op shops and conventions, and I've got 3 left to go to complete the whole first series. And I know it's getting really tough. When do I bite the bullet and finish it? But
dude, when you finished it, I'd keep it going. I'd stay the course. You know, when you've got them all, the journey's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, damn straight. I'm just gonna chuck a couple of comments up that were going. So Jules saying, awesome Beetlejuice figures. Thank you, Jules. Sarah loves them. Shanko saying, here I come and me want to go home. Sorry, I had to sing that.
No, that's the words to Deo. Deo. You know.
Yeah.
Eerie,
Indiana, and X-Files. Oh, X-Files.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
You guys remember Eerie, Indiana?
I didn't.
I don't
Please
remember
explain.
it from back in the day. I've watched it on YouTube though. There's episodes on YouTube that I've watched.
Yeah, it's very goosebumpish. So
Yeah,
you
good.
What is it? Can you explain?
Eerie, and it's just like it's kind of like Goosebumps in Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's like these 2 friends that like discover weird things around their town, like that. So yeah, each episode's like leading to something different, and
it's a TV show, not book.
Yeah, TV series.
TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Only did one season.
What's that?
X-Files. The X-Files was awesome.
Yeah.
X-Files was top of the list when I was young watching it. What was it, the episode The Host, was it? That creature in the sewers? That
Oh,
again,
Yeah.
that freaked me out. He had that one mouth, like sucker, like a parasite. That one always freaked me out as a kid, but I could tolerate X-Files. Like, I thought that was really cool.
I think there's just a couple of comments further up, Dean, with Andrew and sci-fi as well.
Sorry. Thanks, mate. Andrew saying Evil Dead was one of my first horror movies we rented as a kid.
Golly, what's that? Early 80s.
And they're still making Evil Dead TV shows and everything
Yeah,
now.
I think they just rebooted that, didn't they?
Yeah, I got video games of Evil Dead. I never watched it, but
Yeah, massive popular franchise. Yeah.
oh, Sleepy Hollow's one. Yep, Sleepy Hollow,
Mm.
brilliant gothic horror. Still got my McFarlane figures from that one. I've actually got one of them too.
Yeah.
I've actually got the Headless Horseman. Who was
Oh, the
Christopher
show
Walken.
That's the last show. I think someone was selling 3 of those figures.
Yeah, they're a bit pricey, but I did look at
Were
them.
they?
They're not. They don't come up often. I just really want Ichabod. I could have Ichabod and the Headless Horseman.
Yep.
The music was awesome in Beetlejuice, 100%. Jules loves Goosebumps. X-Files. It's X-Files for kids. Talking about Erie, Indiana. Nice.
My just a quick one with that Beetlejuice music. We were in high school when that came out, or just leaving high school. Must have been in high school because I remember it was in year 12. And one of my mates had an accident because he was listening to the Beetlejuice theme. And he's going, "Don't you listen to the Beetlejuice theme, Matt, because it's just so jivey and so like not the Day-O song, you know, the dun, 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 the really fast one." And he had a bit of a prang in his because he was listening to music, popping along to it, and he lost focus on the car.
Getting right into it.
He was hypnotized.
I love
You are saying, don't you listen to that music while you're driving, Matt? Oh, okay. Haven't even seen the film yet.
So, Lenny, did you have some stuff you wanted to show off, mate?
yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
I had this one thing. I haven't showed it off online yet, so
Oh, this is what do they call it? Premiere.
yeah, this I was excited to find and see. You guys know I'm a big Fugler collector,
God, look at the size
Look
of
at the
it.
size of that thing.
but yeah, look at the size of it though, right? Like,
Is that where my teeth went?
Is it Sully?
now look, this is Gap Tooth Magoo, but
Okay.
this is the size they normally are,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's massive.
Wow.
right? So pick that up.
But hey, Lenny, what color is his butt on though? What color is his butt on? Oh, it's a cream one.
Yeah, cream one.
Yeah.
What's the button? The button color.
So if it's a purple button, it's a rare one. So they,
Oh,
they
really?
yeah. So if they got a different color button, it's a rarer one. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
a
well,
whole.
there you
If you're a Fugler fan, you know it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I didn't even know that, and I'm a Fugler fan. So we got the Goosebumps game here, the one they just put out a couple years ago.
Oh, that's
Cool.
So
cool.
you're a big Goosebumps collector, and
I
you-
try.
do you try to pick up all the old merchandise as well as the new stuff? Like,
If I can find it, yeah, I really do try. Like, when I was a kid, I was a huge Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark fan.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
for some reason, I never saw any merchandise at all. Like, no Goosebumps merchandise, just books. So I didn't think there was merchandise. And like I said, when I started getting into this in like 2020, I started to notice that there was all kinds of Goosebumps merchandise that I missed out on, never knew about. So I just
Yeah. So are you primarily like hunting this down at like op shops and other places like conventions and things, or?
pretty much just wherever I see it. And like if I don't really try to like look for it too much, but if I do find it, I'll grab it for sure.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so I had that. Speaking of Beetlejuice, I picked this up. not too long ago.
Oh, the series, nice.
The animated series. Yep.
The animated series.
I have to be honest. I did try to watch it lately when the second Beetlejuice came out. I decided I'd watch a few episodes. It was a bit difficult to watch. It was so quirky. It was very 90s quirk.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Sometimes
It,
I put it on for the kids and just let it run, right?
yeah. It reminded me. It was very much Ren and Stimpy style, like humor and laughter.
Like slapstick.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all. I mean, I have a couple things back here, not too much, like the Freddy Mesco.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
cool.
cool.
Sick. I'll just say bye to sci-fi. See you, mate. Appreciate you
Si.
jumping in.
Sci-fi.
So I got that. I picked this one up last year.
Little Chucky.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
It feeds
That-
stands and stuff like that.
That's another thing that I couldn't stand to watch. I don't like.
Really?
I don't want my toys to start stabbing me.
I grew up on horror movies, right? Like I was like 2
Yeah.
years old watching Freddy Krueger movies, Jason movies, Poltergeist, all that stuff, right? Like my parents put me onto that stuff like super, super early.
Mm.
I did it
You
with my
build your tolerance up early.
like my little girls love horror movies. Like I'll put on a movie for my 4-year-old or 5-year-old and she'll be like, is there killing and blood in it? And a little bit. Like if there's no killing and blood, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah. I've corrupted my one. He just wants Star Wars.
Oh, there you go.
That's good stuff. I will share something that you not that I've watched many of the movie. I'll just load it. Give me a second. Why are you not loading?
Yeah, I think that's all I brought out.
Where is it?
Hey Lenny, while Dino finds what he's going to share, have you seen the Goosebumps figures that Trick or Treat Studios have put out?
I have, and I was super jealous that everyone got their hands on them. They didn't come to my area, and to get them,
Okay.
they were super expensive. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't, like I said, I kind of draw the line at sort of the 90s stuff, but they still look cool as heck, you know?
did you get them?
No, I didn't, man. Like I said, I try to just stay in my lane because there's so many vintage lines that I want to collect. If I start getting more, it's just, you kind of I got to keep a little bit of a rein on it. But whenever there's San Diego Comic Con or New York Toy Fair and all the new stuff's coming out, it's still really cool to see. And most recently, like for my money, like those Goosebumps figures were some of the cooler things I saw.
Yeah. I really want to get my hands on them. They look really cool. Nostalgia. They look like the older versions too.
They look like the covers come to life.
Yeah,
you know? Really
exactly. Yeah, I hope they do more of them. They look sick.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spin it a bit and just talk about a meet and greet that I had. So
Okay.
if this one loads up, is it gonna do it? There it is.
Oh, nice.
I can't see it yet, but if you guys can.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yep,
Yep.
we can see it. So which
Doesn't-
Jason actor is that?
So this is Kenny Kurtzinger.
Kurzinger, yeah.
Kurtzinger. So he played him in the Freddy vs. Jason. I think it was 2003.
Yeah, nice.
So I saw him at a convention, and it was a Sunday, and the tables were quiet, and I'm like, I got to meet him. Like he's like, I had watched this movie, so not one that I pay attention to that much, and I don't know if it was one of the better ones or worse ones out of the lot of them, but I thought I have to. Like, how can I not? So
Definitely a cool looking Jason for sure.
Yeah.
He is.
definitely. But the reason I met him is because like sitting next to him was a guy that I actually knew, so I had to meet him. Definitely.
Oh, you got to meet Robert Englund?
It's taking a long time to load. I don't
We
know how
can see
you.
it. We can see it. Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So they put them together in the pair here in Sydney, and I'm like, I got to meet these two guys. And like,
Super.
Yeah, that's massive.
I knew Robert was Freddie from the start. So gone all the way through, and I think he's just been given a Hollywood star as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's been recognised in that for this. And maybe watched the original, and then I watched I think it was like a 2013 remake they did of the original first one. Yeah.
The
Original.
1984 original, man. That's got to be up there on one of my favorite horror movies as well. It's just a classic.
With Johnny Depp in it, so come on.
I think the last Jason film I watched, I was like a random one. It's like up in space, and I went, "Oh, I'm done." I said, "I'm out."
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I was like, what is this?" I'm like,
What
"Is it
is
like
it? Jason X or something?" Yeah.
something like that?" It's like nanobites in his body and stuff. I'm like, okay, they've really stretched it.
Yeah, that's a terrible.
Yeah.
It's the worst one.
Just say hi to Damien. Hey, Damien. Thanks for jumping in. And I just want to go back to Michael's comment here. He's saying X-Files reboot is on the way. This is something I always look up. I haven't heard of this. I will be doing some research.
I know Buffy the Vampire is coming back.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Buffy.
They're not doing a new one. They're starting it off where they left off.
Yeah, which is fantastic.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. I know you've got some other stuff, Matt. Did you want to?
Yeah. Well, I might merge a few together. So let's start. We'll get up the Trilogy of Terror. How about that one, Skree?
Yeah. Sorry, Skree. Sorry, Skree. I know you just loaded some stuff.
Sorry.
That's what.
Well,
got it.
My mum, God bless her, she was a bit of an influencer with us kids, and she allowed us. This is a film from 1975. An anthology, so there was 3 stories in here, but it was the last story with this little Zuni fetish doll that comes alive and starts hacking into Amelia was the name of the story. And sadly, like, I don't have any toys. I think there's only been like a doll. I think it was life size being maybe, I don't know what that is. It's probably about 12 inches. But this movie, very influential, like one of our very first horror movies. And I don't think the first 2 stories were very horrific, but this one where it lost its little chain around its neck or its waist, and it came alive and started chasing Karen Black, her character, around the with a knife, started chasing around the apartment. So and this one here. So this is from 1982. This is from Creepshow. I don't know if everyone remembers Creepshow. Another anthology movie. So I think there was 5 stories, and this is story number 4 called The Crate. And this is Fluffy. I believe a stupid name for a horrific creature. But once again, I watched this with my brothers, and this scared the crap out of us. So this creature was in a crate, as you can see. It had like chains around it, and was sent to this university. And this guy just hated his wife. And people were getting showered down on, like, they're trying to move this box under the stairs, and some guy got eaten, and there was blood everywhere. And man, this really hit home. So they've actually done this in a 3 3/4 figure by Monstars, which is really cool. I've got to try and get hold of this because this is a big impactful film for me and my brothers growing up. Another one that my mum just allowed us to watch. So this was 82. We've probably seen this when I was probably about 12, I guess, and my brothers would have been younger. So, but and the other one I've got an actual figure of. This is from Monstars as well, and this is from a film called The Time Machine, and this is the Morlock from the 1960 film, The Time Machine, with Rod Taylor, who was an Aussie. Now, I don't remember if anyone remembers this film from 1960 he's got the time machine. You would have seen in the Big Bang Theory gang grab it and want to hold it in their apartment. But yeah, Rod Taylor goes into the future, and humankind has become cannibals and they live underground. And he's a Morlock, and the Eloi live above ground, and these guys feed off the humans, and they're a docile bunch, the Eloi. But if you're gonna, it's a good film. Like, even now, I feel like maybe the special effects 1960. They're kind of guessing what happens in the future a little bit. Like there's a Third World War in 1973. So thank God that didn't happen, but we did have Vietnam. But but yeah, anyway, a Morlock. And this is from Monstars. So yeah, he's holding his little skull in there because, you know, they're cannibals.
Oh,
and
yeah.
got lots of skeletons in there. So, and he had these whips, but this is, yeah, it's like a really cool 3 3/4 articulated figure. That's a light blue. Anyway. But
Such
yeah,
cool creature design.
yeah, lots of practical effects again in there you go. Wonderful. You're amazing, Skree. I love how you bring these things up for me. Yeah, that's a scene where Rod Taylor's gone underground and to rescue the Eloi, who these guys play a siren. It's all linked in the movie. They play this air raid siren and the Eloi get hypnotized and they kind of wander off underground and these guys round them up and store them for food. But pretty cool.
Is this the scene from the movie?
Yes, yeah. This is kind of probably 2/3 of the way through the film when Rod Taylor's gone underground to try and rescue the Eloi, and yeah, he's getting surrounded and fighting off all these Morlocks. I do recommend it. It's got the guy from Mr. Ed in it, Alan Young.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's his mate. So it's set in 1901. It's a story from H.G. Wells. So I'm a little bit old school, Lenny. I'm showing my age here. With these old 60s, 70s, 80s films.
I'm just going to say hi to Geek Strong. Dino. How are you, Dino? He's saying the stream's going to give me nightmares. I love the creepy Fluffy. But Matt, Dino's saying my local shop, Full Moon Toys and Collectibles, has that Fluffy set.
Oh,
so
wow.
You are.
I might have to reach out to Dino.
I guess he's talking about this one here, mate.
Yeah, that'd be that one. I got it. It was like, because it was like he was locked in a crate. They went to the Arctic and they obviously found this beast hibernated or frozen, and they'd put him in this crate. And it has on there from 1834. It somehow made its way to this university. Anyway, the Creep Show was basically a George A. Romero and Stephen King thing. So you're only going to get creepiness from those guys. There's a Morlock again. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's amazing. I love these films.
I love his name's Fluffy.
Well, it wasn't he didn't really have a name in the movie. It was just recently. Well, it came out. I think same in maybe Starlog magazine that it was just on the set. They called him Fluffy, which is just
okay.
Yeah, so it's got out.
Andrew's saying when he went forward in time, the Moloch decomposed.
Yeah, there was some good stop motion in there where he was having a fight with the Morlock on the time machine. He kicked the Morlock off and he hit into the cave and he got knocked out. And then he went forward and you watch him decompose. So it was all done in stop motion. So very, very clever visual effects, practical effects back then. So yeah, it's George Powell who did War of the Worlds as well.
That's awesome.
George Powell. Sorry, too long ago, I know.
Did you want to load your stuff up, Skree, if that was yours, mate?
Oh, I was going to do some honorable mentions for later on. That's all that was.
Okay.
Yeah, we can put back on. I got something to show you. I'll go on the tail of Lenny's Fugler show and tell. I'll stick with the new stuff. So I got these guys here. They're called Creeps.
Awesome.
Creeps.
Yeah, and they've got it. I'm not sure if that's picking up on the camera or not.
It is.
But they've got like a lenticular face where it changes. And there's a whole cool backstory behind these where the evil side of them is actually like a cryptoid from like in the sort of internet universe that gets inside these plushies, and that's why they got the faces. And it's like really, really cool. And like there's a whole bunch.
I wonder when the movie's coming.
Yeah.
Bugler's Attack.
But these are only new. These only got released like last year. And you can see
Buglers versus Creeps.
Yeah.
Creeps.
It's written in the Jeepers Creepers sort of way.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really cool.
But I don't know what's with plushies and bums. It's like everyone likes to show off the bums. I don't know what that is, but yeah, maybe sort of just the less than the creep. But I thought they were pretty cool, especially with like just the face change.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I guess yeah.
Cool.
But it's got that really annoying like that Tarzo, you know, that like holographic Tarzo feel when you scratch it, and it makes that really annoying sound, and it's like it gives you goosebumps. It's like, oh man, yeah. But yeah, I just want to show off them.
Put your honorable mentions up because I saw something that I think Scotty would like, and I think he might have one or two of them.
I'll put the ones I remembered I put up.
It was the one that was there for a while.
I got the list stuff. I'll put.
So I'll chuck this one up first, which isn't what I'm talking about. This has got to be a classic. I guess you could say Halloweeny, but it's also a Christmassy one, is it? Is it not? I don't know. But,
yeah.
Christmas movie.
Everybody has connection to this little bugger.
Yeah.
Gizmo.
There was another one, Skree.
And like Matt was saying earlier, another great snow movie, you know?
Yeah.
The girl, I've got an original 80s like plushie up there of Gizmo, and the girl next door comes in, and all she wants to do is grab it and go, she loves it. And she goes, can I have it? And I go, well, maybe, I think they've re-released it. Maybe we can get a modern one for you. And her sister hates it. So she goes, can I take it home? I said, your sister hates it. We're not going to give it to you.
Yeah, I love Gremlins. Huge Gremlin collector too.
Yeah. It's just been, I think it just got released, they've made it available again. I think it's on Prime. And the other half's like, we got to watch that. I'm going, yeah, we're definitely going to watch that in the next couple of weeks.
Definitely.
Yeah,
more Christmas on my side.
There you go.
Ooh.
Watch
Fate of the Dark. Okay. Looks like Tales from the Crypt.
Tales of the Crypt, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you have figures of these, Scotty? Tales of the Crypt?
I've got one. Matt's got a bunch. Matt, do you have yours handy? Because I was thinking about getting mine out, but I thought, Matt's got... Because I don't know.
Well, let me go. I'll just put my camera off, and I'll just go and get a couple then. Yeah.
Right.
See, for me, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark was my Goosebumps, because I didn't read Goosebumps, but I watched Are You Afraid of the Dark, and I felt like that was like, for the people who didn't read the books, they watched the Are You Afraid of the Dark, and I just remember like it was a cool thing around the fire and the crazy stories.
I'm gonna agree with Ollie, because I do remember the cartoon version of Tales of the Crypt cartoon.
I was just about to ask that. It's almost created like Mighty Max a bit. The cartoon. Yeah,
definitely.
There was 8 figures. Was that Tales from the Crypt Keeper? That was there you go.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah, this is something that I've been looking at lately. Going.
Yeah, and there was 8 of them.
Should I start another line?
Yeah, they're cool.
It was only 8 figures, no accessories apart from maybe a robe.
I'd have to get them on card. These guys look too good.
Yeah, they look good on card.
What's
the card's the same for all of them, though. You know, like
Okay. What's the rare one? Well, what's the hardest? Do you reckon?
I don't know if there is. Maybe the vampire.
What is it?
That vampire there. Where's my finger there? It might be the hardest. I've got the gargoyle, and I've seen all the others, but I just haven't picked them all up. The vampire one is probably the hardest one.
You think the Crypt Keeper would be the hardest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you'd think so, but no. I think the suit one might be a little bit hard. Yeah, but this one here that I've got, I think is probably the easier one.
When did they?
These were 90. What were these guys? I think it was 93. I think 93, 94.
Oh wow!
Doesn't really say. It's in actual
Ace
fact,
Novelty's 1994, I think.
Yeah, Ace Novelty. I was going to say, like, they're just even from a toy company that we didn't really know much about.
They did a good job though. They got fun play features. They look like the cartoon characters come to life.
Yeah,
I love how it says down there. He's 5'10". He weighs 30 pounds. What a classic. And what's this one? This one's the zombie. I think I've got Frankenstein somewhere too. The zombie's just lifeless eyes. Anyway, they're pretty cool.
What's
They
your
are cool.
zombies play feature?
Special action feature is right forearm falls off and his lower leg falls off too.
Oh, okay, very
that's
similar
cool.
to Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I guess they might be some of the harder ones if their limbs fall off loose.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
$5.
$5.
Three for $5 back in the day.
Wow.
And I'll give you $5 for 3.
They were just, I reckon they were dump bin fodder back in the day, but they're so cool.
Oh, 100%.
They are.
Because I think they'll $4.99 each, and then they're trying to get rid of them 3 for $5.
Wow.
Wow.
That's insane.
Probably because as a kid they all looked the same card back. It was just like, eh.
Yeah.
Ollie was asking about a monster cartoon with Rick Moranis. I know Scotty did answer that.
No. I answered.
sorry.
I answered all these other questions.
And what was the other monster cartoon? I know Playmates made toys of them. All the Universal monsters team up, which you answered with Monster Force. Which I didn't know about.
Yeah, Playmates Monster Force figures look awesome. They're kind of mid-90s modern, so not today modern, but like mid-90s modern.
But a cartoon as well.
Takes on the Universal Monsters characters, so they're a little bit brought up to speed for the 90s. Because I suppose the Universal Monsters characters, I suppose the literary characters go back a long, long time. But the characters from the screen, from the Universal films or from the Hammer horror films or whatever, they're very, what are we saying, Matt? Like 40s, 50s, 60s movies, like they're going back away. So for like a 90s incarnation, it's like that movie Monster Squad is just a classic as well. That's a great family-friendly 80s, monster movie.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Are they the figures?
These are the Monster Squad figures. So you can see like the creature from the Black Lagoon in the back, like Dracula in the back, Frankenstein's monster on the right, and then they've got you got the Wolfman on the left, and then the characters in the front are like they're other monsters or other characters that are part of the storyline.
They're very Playmates, aren't they? You can just tell straight away.
100%. You look at that and you know who made them if you're a collector,
Those are really cool.
Very Playmates.
And I agree again with Ollie.
Star-Lord, that's right.
Star-Lord.
It does look like Star-Lord, yeah.
100%, yeah.
Dino's just going back about the Gremlins, saying that they need to make a popcorn bucket. Mate, you're going to need a new house for your popcorn buckets.
How many popcorn buckets can one man eat from? There's always more to collect, I suppose. As with anything, how many toys does one collector need? I mean, that's a rhetorical question.
Yeah. All right, we're getting on now, so I'm just going to put up a couple of honorable mention movies that we've said may or may not be part of your childhood, but I remember this one, Idle Hands.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
it was a weird one.
Yeah,
but it was also a good one. Just my opinion, but yeah, Seth Green. I always had that movie more like a Seth Green sort of weird movie.
Yeah.
See, I always like those type of 90s horror movies where it's like they didn't know if they wanted to be a comedy or they didn't know if they wanted to be like a horror. And it was that's kind of like what Evil Dead was like when they started getting to like 2 and 3. It was like, we're not sure if we want to do comedy or we want to do horror, but let's mix them together. And like the whole Idle Hands part is like spooky and scary, but then you get like where Seth Green and his mate, they're both sitting there dead and they're like taping his neck because he's got his neck chopped off, and then it's just turned so like slapstick comedy.
Bit of a Weekend at Bernie's sort of.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I think horror and comedy, they do make for a great mix. Like, movies like Shaun of the Dead, I love those sorts of movies. It's obviously a different sort of experience. You're in a mood for something different, but I kind of like when those two genres come together.
I've never seen this. I've heard of it, but never seen it.
Yeah, this is late 90s?
Yeah.
I feel it's like 97, 98, is it?
Yeah. Those haircuts, mate. Look at those haircuts. I think I had this one.
That guy's from Final Destination, isn't he? Devon Sawa.
Yeah, he is. And that's Jessica Alba.
Albert,
Yeah,
yeah.
too,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just very young.
Wow, yeah, sure.
This is one that I kind of enjoyed, but again, I don't know why I enjoyed it. If you've seen,
Oh, I really like this movie
Ghost.
too.
I've never actually seen it. I've seen the poster, but I've never actually seen the movie.
I've recently, so it was about this like that ghosts in that mythological, like they were in this sort of trapped like spirit world between death and so with special, like I guess you could call it magic or something, that you'd be able to see these ghosts and trap them. And they had 13 ghosts trapped in a big building, but obviously they got out and run amok.
This was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was really good. And I've heard that there's a TV show in the works for this. So, yeah. Who knows? What's this one?
Just good old Ghostbusters. Chuck that in there.
I did
I think
think
we've
about
all-
digging out some of my Kenner Real Ghostbusters
all
figures,
got
but
it
I
right.
thought, oh, is it Halloween or is it just, any day of the year you're into that?
Yeah.
Definitely Halloween.
I thought Scotty was going to pull out his Skeleton Warriors for sure.
Oh, when
Yeah,
you showed that thing creature, I was like, Skeleton Warriors.
Yeah, yep, good call.
Michael's saying that he's so old, he's a fan of the OG Monster Squad, the goofy 1976 kids TV show.
You know
Oh,
what,
Michael,
Michael?
I
I
can't
didn't
even
even
imagine.
know that Monster Squad was a goofy 1976 TV show until I found the board game at Collecticon, and I'm like, hang on, this is a 70s board game. I thought Monster Force was an 80s movie, and then I sort of jumped online and noticed, found out that it was a TV series.
Well, that'd be like the
cool.
goofy 1970s Ghostbusters too, right?
Yeah, true.
Larry Storch and Forrest Tucker.
Ollie's saying basically the Evil Dead 2 hand sequence stretched out to feature length. I got it because of the Offspring. Yeah, horror and comedy go. They do go well. Yeah,
Definitely.
I'd rather more than that. Like there was a whole time of the Blair Witch projects, and then you had like the Conjuring and things like that, where it was all about suspense, and you never saw anything. You're like, I just want to see what is it. There was never nothing. There was nothing there.
What was that Mark Wahlberg movie was like that? And it's like the whole movie was just something was there, but then they never showed it.
Oh, was that the
Happening? It's happening, yeah. Yeah, happening. That one was, that was a weird movie, that one.
That was The Wind. Like, what the fuck? Return of the Living Dead from the 80s inspired me to become what I am today. Yeah, now we know.
Andrew.
Zombie?
We just watched that recently. They're amazing practical effects in those films as well.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, look at that. Especially when they had the whole conversation with the female zombie on the table in the morgue. And what do you want to eat? I need brains. What do you want brains? To ease the pain.
Oh, you just jolted something that I should have talked about was the Munsters.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bloody love the Munsters.
Yeah.
The Munsters were like the other Addams family, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I think, yeah, Adam's Family was great. The Munsters were, they were great too.
Do you
But
watch Minty?
they were like cousins.
Do you watch Minty, Dean?
Do I watch what?
Do you watch Minty? The Melbourne guy, Minty Comedic Arts, and he just did like 10 things you didn't know about the Munsters. It's quite interesting.
Okay,
He's a bit quirky. He wears sunglasses and he's bald and he just Minty Comedic Arts. He's quite popular. Like he's probably got about 70,000 followers, I think, on YouTube. So yeah, go check it out. It's quite interesting. Munsters was great.
Yeah, nice. I do love the Munsters. The Burbs is underrated 80s comedy. I've watched that.
Oh yeah, that's a great Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah. Height of Tom Hanks.
I will wind it down. We usually go for about hour and 30. But do you guys have anything more you want to show, or if not, we'll just
I can maybe quickly show one more thing. I was thinking about
100%.
maybe showing some Mighty Max, because when I think spooky toys, like and look, Lenny mentioned it earlier, and having, I suppose, just over this little 90-minute session, hearing about the stuff that Lenny's into, I was actually going to ask him if he's across Mighty Max. Mighty Max is like one of my favorite lines to collect, but they're hard to take out of the display and show them because they're all opened up with all the minifigures and stuff like that. So I won't do that, but I will show one thing just quickly, because I'm almost staggered that no one else showed it. And that is, I started by sharing some fast food toys. I'm going to finish by sharing some other fast food toys. We've got the Halloween McNugget buddies.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
So I've got all 4 of them, but I just dug 2 out just for the purpose of showing them off. So these were Maccas, yeah? Obviously, they're McNuggets.
Yeah, Maccas,
Yeah, they are. 100%.
Were these Australian exclusives, or were these released all over the world? I don't know.
Them ones, so
they might have been Australia only, but you got your standard McNugget, but a glow in the dark version, and they all come in little, they come in outfits. So we've got a ghost, we've got the Wolfman, and then we've got Frankenstein's monster and Dracula. And these are just fun. Like these surprisingly, weirdly, I don't know why I don't know whether they've had their moment and they're coming down, but there was a minute where these were selling for quite a bit on eBay. Thankfully, myself, I think Dino, you as well, maybe Skree, you guys picked them up when they were when you'd find them for $2 to $5 in a loose tub at a toy fair.
Yeah,
but there's just 4 of them. They're awesome. These were released in 1998, so a little bit late by my sort of collecting, era, because I was a teenager at this point, so I probably wouldn't have been that fussed over them when they came out. But still, they're too cool not to have on the shelf.
They're so cool.
They're pretty cool.
And no Macca's toys should be that expensive.
No Macca's toys.
No, they got to new heights when it came to ridiculous prices.
And I was a huge Mighty Max kid. I love Mighty Max. Love it.
Nice. Yeah, Mighty Max is just such a great toy line. And you know what? While you've got me on the big screen, I'll show one more, because I know that Lenny's partial to a bit of A Nightmare on Elm Street. I saw the Mezco Freddy Krueger doll. So I've got some other Freddy stuff from the 80s or maybe the early 90s. But there's just one that you're probably not familiar with. Maybe you are, that I've got to show you. So there was, in the early 90s, obviously bootleg action figures, knockoff action figures, there was companies that were just putting out anything. Sun Gold, Soma, Remco were doing some dodgies. But there's a company called Sun Gold that did these knockoff monster figures, and they were basically Universal monsters in all weird colors. But they did a bootleg Freddy Krueger named Sharp Hand Joe. They called this guy Sharp Hand Joe, and they put him in Where's Wally colors instead of his regular 2-tone sweater. So I just had to show you this. This was one of these weird things that I was looking for ages. I saw it in YouTube videos, and on Instagram I saw other collectors had it in their collections, and I'm just like, they also did minifigures as well, like little PVC non-articulated. This is a little Sharp Hand Joe. If you ever see one of these random nondescript, clearly rip off of Freddy Krueger, pick this up, because it's got a bit of a cult following amongst the 80s and 90s toy collectors.
Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for that. That's really cool. I like that.
And just the name, Sharp Hand Joe, that's brilliant.
He looks like Wally too.
He does.
Yeah,
100%. So anyway, I just thought I'd sneak that in before you wrap it up, Dean and Skree.
No, you're right, man. That's awesome. It's got me thinking of so many things that I had that I didn't even think about getting out. So I was like, oh crap, I could have got that.
And you called him Wally, right? You called him Wally?
Yeah, Wally.
We called him Wally. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly.
Where's Wally?
Skree, you need him in your collection, don't you? Just because he's
true. Yeah. In the Where's Wally collection.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a Waldo now. I've got a Waldo in the collection. There's a Waldo.
Nice.
Like, the big 12-inch one that you got recently.
Yeah, the big doll that you pointed out for me. Yeah. I went straight past it, and Matt's like, "Did you see the Wally?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Go find Wally." Uncle T's booth. Yeah.
What about the scariest thing from another fast food restaurant from when I was a kid in a movie?
Oh, the Land
Oh,
Before
Sharptooth.
Time.
Sharptooth.
Sorry, he was just there. But Sharptooth in that original movie,
Yeah.
man, that was dark. That was dark. All that
I'm
lightning.
going to show one for Jules. Can I show one for Jules?
Absolutely, guys.
This
If
is
you
for
got
Jules.
Stuff, you got stuff. We'll show.
The Weeping
Oh.
Angels, Jules from Doctor Who. I'd have to say that this episode Blink, when these were introduced in Doctor Who, absolutely freaked me the crap out. But like these things, if they touch you, you don't know where you're going to get sent. But yeah, that episode Blink. If you never watched Doctor Who and you want to watch one episode, just watch that, because the Doctor's not in it a great deal. It's more about this girl in this haunty, scary house with these statues. And I tell you what, these things, yeah, it's a freaky episode and very well written and very well put together. But yeah, Weeping Angels, Doctor Who. There you go, Jules. There's a bit of Doctor Who for you.
Jules loves her Doctor Who.
Yep.
Just for you, Jules. I like
Just
it.
for you, Jules.
Ollie's saying Wally is a British book, so Wally is correct. And Dino needs a Sharphead Joe
Yeah.
in a popcorn bucket. But do they have bootleg popcorn buckets?
Dino,
Speak-
I've seen the toy fairs and the local shops near you, like Full Moon Collectibles. I'm sure if you keep your eyes peeled, you'll find a Sharp Hand
Yeah.
Joe.
Sure.
Speaking of bootlegs, you guys seen the Playmate Turtle ones they're releasing? The bootleg knockoffs?
Yeah.
I don't really get it.
It's
Is it like
Playmates
funny.
are releasing bootlegs.
Yeah.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it's in the new movie, the new Turtle movie. They have knocked in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I get it.
So now
So it's a callback to the okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense because I'm just thinking, why are Playmates putting out knockoffs or bootlegs? But that makes sense if it's a callback to the film.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
wouldn't really be a bootleg then if it was.
But isn't it like taking the like the Mickey out of bootlegs though? Like isn't that the whole point of it?
a
Is
little
it in the?
It's in the new Mutant Mayhem series.
yeah.
The Christmas movie that comes out. And I think what's in that movie is taking the Mickey out of bootleg turtles in IRL. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll have to look that up.
They're pretty funny looking. I'm trying to find them now. They're actually pretty
Yeah, they're weird. They did Mikey wrong, like they squished his head all up. It's pretty funny.
let's save it for next week. So I'm getting all
I'm just
bootlegs
glad
right
no
now.
one showed
All right.
Boglins. I can't stand Boglins.
Oh, really?
They really creep me out. As a toy, I could never have one of those in my collection. They creep me out, those things.
Every night I went to bed, the eyes were just glowing, staring at
Oh,
As a kid, yeah.
oh.
Yeah. kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome.
I love them. I love
All right, guys. We will wrap it up. First, Lenny, thank you for your time this morning, mate. Getting up early. Hope we didn't get you up too early for this. Appreciate it. Matt, Scotty, I'm looking at your names and I'm like Count Macula. The Grave Crusher. I love it. Let's keep it. Appreciate you guys hanging out again, talking a bit of horror, talking a bit of Halloween, just doing what we do. So, yeah, Skree, do your thing, mate.
So if you guys are rewatching, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It does help the channel and also helps the Dean and Skree show, keeps the lights on. But be sure to follow these guys. All their links will be down in the comments below. Thanks so much for chilling. And stay tuned and keep a lookout on our socials because next month is even a bigger show. Well, we won't say anything on this one. We'll wait till we announce it a little while before we start planning. So, yeah, it's been fun.
It's going to be awesome. Thank you, everyone in the chat, everyone that's going to watch this, hopefully, after. Appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you, fellas, and we will...
Have a great night.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
It is.
Happy Halloween.